So, if you're just joining this broadcast, welcome, and just check out this beautiful waterfall-like feature that we have here in this particular favorite spot that I like to chill out in before I deliver a particular event. So cheers, here's to coffee and this wonderful, powerful substance that helps us to enhance ourselves and everything in moderation. I'm a Tai Chi person, a martial artist, and I drink coffee. It's okay. I don't have it for the effect. I have it for the fact that it tastes good. And if I need an extra boost, I'll have water. But I take it. I have it. It has lots of health benefits, according to French scientists. And today, I'd like to talk to you about productivity. Coffee can help. It can wake you up. It can enhance your senses. And it is good, apparently, according to studies. And you can Google this, according to French studies in particular, that helps to enhance the mind in such a way that it helps with memory loss. But it can also help you to get through a task quickly. Now, I always talk about the power of one in Zazen, and that comes from Shintoism, and the knots you see traditional Shintoists tie when they finish a task. So, adopting the idea that one thing can have a domino effect on many other aspects of your life will serve you very well. Whether you're a student studying, you're an adult studying, you're working on a project, you're working on a business, you're working on yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Tackle one thing at a time. That is the Shinto way. That is the Japanese art of knot tying in Shintoism. And then what you must also do is realize that sometimes we cannot actually control certain things in life. And so you let them flow like water on this beautiful feature you see behind me. The Chinese call it Wu Wei, going with the flow. And that is powerful. You look like a mogul. Okay, thank you very much for coming in and leaving that comment. And much appreciated, Zarchery. Thank you for that. And I hope you're having a great day, and I hope that you can complete a project today that will change things for you, perhaps financially, or it will give you at least a boost, or maybe it will change things in your personal life, something of that sort. So I was talking about the art of knot tying. If you've just joined this broadcast, it comes from Shintoism, and it's about tying a knot when you finish a particular task. And I have Richard Coles coming in. Who are you? And need to do whatever you're doing, bro. You're looking healthy and wealthy. Okay. So what do I do? There's another thing I do. And this comes from Seneca. And Seneca is probably one of the most powerful people you can watch. He looks at life through filters, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. When someone says it's impossible, he hears possible. And at the same time, he realizes that some things cannot be changed and you must let them flow. Some things you can. And there's even a Christian prayer called the Serenity Prayer, which goes a little bit like, grant me the power to change the things I can and leave the things that I cannot to you, and that's powerful too. The Chinese have something similar called Wu Wei, going with the flow, going with nature. And what am I doing? What am I doing? And I'm glad that you see me as successful. I do that particular thing where I put a filter across my energy, and I do what I can, working around the things that I can't. Look up Seneca, one of the all-time great, I'm going to call him, philosophers in the world. The other thing I do is look at what Marcus Aurelius advocates. And it's not just being stoic, it's also expecting the worst from some people. Because some people will let you down, some people will hurt you. I don't align myself with any religious denomination, but I like Christianity, and I like Jesus, and I like the angels, and I like the saints, and I like the Virgin Mary, and I like what religion generally and spirituality generally and philosophy talks about. But I don't like the way it's twisted by politics. And I think that all religious belief systems have something wonderful and beautiful to offer, every single one. And we can take the best from them. That's me. All right. And good morning, Lindy. Good morning, everyone who is joining this broadcast. And I will not reveal my age. No. So I will maybe in another broadcast, or maybe if you watch some of my other videos, I might have actually revealed it under duress, but there we go. And here's the thing. You can keep guessing, you can keep guessing, and don't say 100. So here's the thing. I want to also encourage you to, and it's not negative, but expect that some people will let you down, and have a backup plan, just like Marcus Aurelius said. And if you have a backup plan for the person who lets you down all the time, and you arrange coffee and you have a couple of backup plans, like working on a particular project or calling a particular relative or friend, then you cannot go wrong. But make sure that it ties into that Shinto energy of completing one task that will have a domino effect on every other thing. If you're not making to-do lists, then that's fine. But if you are, then cut them down to 3 things that you have to do in the day and must get done regardless of what happens in that day. They must happen regardless of what comes your way. Okay? So, don't get caught up in the drama, but use your platform to look at the bigger world and to send out good energy and good vibes to people. I think that tithing in that way, through time, effort, and if you can donate to a charity that supports less trauma for any culture, then do it. I am spiritual. I'm also a scientist. I also like philosophy. And I think the most important thing to me is to look at what all the greatest sages, yogis, spiritual masters, teachers, everyone has advocated: treating others with dignity, respect, love, bringing out the best in them, not the worst. And don't look at how every single politician twists things, and all the puppeteers behind the polytricksters tend to do things. It's very, very important that you wake up. That's what awakening is. That's what true spirituality actually is. So If you have enjoyed this broadcast so far, make sure that you like the video, subscribe, and so on. What do I think of Donald Trump and what is going on at present with Iran? So these are all very good questions, and this is part of what we've been called to do. I'm on the side of peace, love, justice, de-escalation. Justice and peace are the most important two things. And remember that all these people in positions of power are being run by very sinister forces that pull the strings. So we must be the change we want to see as a collective, as a people, not fight with each other, not fight with any race, any gender, any person who is different. It's more about being the change, spreading kindness, love to perhaps 2 or 3 people in your day. And that way you be the change, you change things. Maybe we can't change things on a global scale, but look, I'm using my platform here to send out messages of peace and love. I've seen beauty in so many cultures across the world. American, Chinese, Russian, English, Indian, Pakistani, Ukrainian, Korean, Australian, Filipino, Thai. I've seen so many wonderful things, and it's about us looking at what is common between us rather than what is different. That's the only way we can change things. War, it may change things temporarily, but actually it's going to create more pain, more suffering, more anger, of course. So the way we do it is through helping 2 people a day. That's doable. I set my bar much higher and I achieve my target. Do you think things are going to escalate near the future or settle down? Let me put it this way. If they escalate to the extent that they spiral completely out of control, there are also forces that want to preserve the earth. And let's say perhaps those forces might suddenly appear. I'll leave you that thought. And I'm going to leave you all with this thought, that you need to complete 1 thing a day, look through filters, protect your energy, and at the same time, spread love and kindness to any and all people. Subscribe, share the broadcast, like the video, and I will see you in the next one.